What's up, unicorns? It's me, Frank, with another video for you. Today we have a really exciting one. I thought I would do a little story time with me drawing in the background. This is a story about some interactions that happened between me and the indie rock band from Canada, July Talk. I've had quite a few different experiences with them and I wanted to share them with you. I thought it would be fun. So enjoy watching me doodle, and I'm just going to jibber jabber about it and show you some photos. So here we go. Like I said, July Talk is an indie rock band from Toronto. Peter, one of the lead singers, is actually from Edmonton. They originated in 2012 and they are still active, obviously. The band consists of Peter Draminis. I always fuck his name up. I probably did now. I apologize. He's like one of my favorite people in the world, so I feel bad that I don't actually know how to say his name. But anyway, Leah Faye is the other lead singer, and then we have the musicians Ian Daughtry, Josh Warburton, and Danny Mills. July Talk has 3 studio albums, with the 4th one about to come out. Most of the videos that they had done until recently were done in black and white, which is a very cool stylistic choice that I always really liked. They have amazing songs. I really struggled picking a few, but some of my favorites are Paper Girl, Summer Dress, Beck and Call, and Pray for It, even though it makes me cry every single time. So this story starts in 2015, October of 2015 to be more specific. I live in Canada and we had an election in October of 2015. And one of the things about the election was that the voters under a certain age were really not going out and voting. So there were a lot of different people trying to get younger people to vote. So one of the things that July Talk did was they put out this hashtag July Talk Votes, and July Talk will personally call you if you vote this election. So this is from the Indie 88 website. It just says, Peter Draminis and Leah Faye of July Talk will really want you to vote in this election. They want you to vote so badly that they're returning the favor with a thank you phone call. The band posted on Instagram and Facebook this weekend asking fans to take a selfie outside of a polling station and email the photo with their phone number to the band. Okay? So this is funny because I actually didn't see this specific picture when I put mine in, but it says under 25 and I was actually 26 at the time. But whatever, close enough. July Talk wants to thank you for voting. Prove to us that you vote on October 19th and Leah and Peter will call. Yeah, they were in Toronto, obviously, so I think their election was the 19th, but ours was actually the 20th. We'll call you and thank you personally. Once you voted, post a photo of yourself at the polling station on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter account using the hashtag July Talk Votes. I really tried to find mine, but it turns out that I ended up emailing them and I can't find it anywhere, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, their goal is to encourage a younger crowd to vote in this election. So these phone calls are only for people between the ages 18 and 24. Whoops. My bad. Sorry, guys, but I appreciate it. Anyway, we'll get to why in a little bit. It says a lot of people within this age group don't really feel like they have a place within the voting process. They kind of feel like not everyone wants them to vote, said Draminis. But voting, he added, is such a feeling of control. So that was really cool, and everybody was sending in their pictures and everything. So anyway, I did this when I voted on October 20th, and what happened was my mom was really sick at the time, and I completely forgot about it. So I got an email a little while later saying that I forgot to provide my phone number for the call, and the end date for them to call me was coming up pretty quick. So anyway, I resent them the email. Haha, sorry, my bad. I spaced out, and I sent them my phone number, and I completely forgot all about it again. And long story short, my mom passes away November 19th of 2015. This obviously was not good, and lots of change came from it. But anyway, I went to bed that day and the phone rings the morning of November 20th. Okay, so what happened is I used to use my old pretend name, Victoria, as my sign-off for my email. I was quite young when I made this email, and I was admittedly doing some things online, meeting people, and so on and so forth, which I do not recommend, obviously. But so I thought it was safer to not put my real name in my email. So anyway, I had put Victoria. The phone rings and the conversation goes, I say hello, and this man answers back. He says, hello, is Victoria there? And obviously, I'm not feeling well. I was unnecessarily hostile from the day before. I'm still regretful for that. I still feel bad about it. But anyway, I replied, no. Well, yes. What do you want? Right? Like in quite a hostile tone. And poor Peter goes, oh, this is Peter from July Talk? And I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe that I had thrown him off guard. He's this amazing musician. He's famous and everything else. And I feel bad about how I said hello. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So my next reaction was, holy fuck, for real? So anyway, Leah jumps on the phone and says hi. And of course, the absolute sweetest voice ever. It's Leah, blah, blah, blah. So obviously I lose my shit because they're my favorite band. They've been my favorite band forever. Ever since 2012, as far as I can remember, when Guns and Ammunition first came out. So anyway, I lost my shit, and I explained myself, and I apologized for my demeanor and why I was that way. And I will never forget, Peter says to me, we will meet again in a better place, which is just something he did not have to do. He didn't have to do that. That was so... They could have just... they could have just said, oh, here's your phone call, goodbye. They didn't have to listen to me. It was life-changing. But anyway, so this is the last thing that I remember before I went into a coping phase where I shut everything out completely. I don't remember anything until the next Christmas when I received an ornament from the funeral home, her name, birth, and death date on it. I assume that I went to work and what have you because we still had our home and everything else, but I don't remember any of it. So anyway, we did go to Stampede that year, I believe. The reason that I believe that we did that is because I do have this photo from Instagram. We didn't make it into the meet and greet line. Again, I don't really remember. But anyway, I guess a few years go by, Stampede year of 2017. If you don't know what the Stampede is, I live in Calgary, which is a huge city, and it's actually famous for the biggest outdoor show on earth, which is basically this huge rodeo carnival that we have. There's all these amusement rides and games and vendors and all these different things and food and everything. So anyway, I went with Josh that year, a friend of mine. I don't remember why I went with Josh. I think Sterling might have been working or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, it was about 2-ish years since my mom had passed, and I'd been working on myself quite a bit. I'd stopped drinking as much. I did a lot of therapy. I was trying to get out, blah, blah, blah. So Josh takes me to see them, and we have this beautiful little selfie from that. And we watched the concert. It was awesome. I loved it. The whole thing was so good. They are always an amazing concert. So at the end of the concert, he thinks we should try to get in line. And I think, I don't know, I can't really walk so well at the time. I have my neuropathy in my legs, and it was a particularly rough day for me and what have you. So anyway, I figure... if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and I start to make my way to the meet and greet line. Not really rushing or anything, So I make my way there, and beyond my belief, I make it into the line, and 3 people jump in the line behind me, and they cut it off, because Leah and Peter both have a flight to catch, like, immediately after the meet and greet. So they cut the line 3 people after me. I just made it into this line. So anyway, I'm getting hyped now, right? Josh meets me in the line, and he's just waiting with me. He's not going to jump in line or anything. He's just chilling with me. So he waits with me till the moment I get there. And it's Leah and Peter, right, saying hi and signing things and taking pictures. And I get there, and I had every word I was going to say ready, right? Every single word I was going to say ready. I gave the security guard my phone to take a bunch of pictures for me. He was doing this for everybody, right? So he takes my phone. That's great. So anyway, like I said, I had every word I was going to say scripted. So I get as far as, you probably don't remember me, but you called me for the voting thing. And my mother had just died the day before. And that's as far as I get before Leah lunges over the counter separating us to hug me and yells, I remember you. As she's hugging me, I burst into tears, and to my surprise, Peter leans over the counter and kisses my head. I had given the security guard my phone, like I said, and he caught the entire sequence on camera. So here it is. This is me when Leah jumps over the counter. my face of absolute shock that she remembers some random fan for no reason at all. Anyway, it was amazing. And she's hugging me. And then Peter, just for no reason at all, because he's like the sweetest man on the planet apparently, leans in and kisses my head. And I get this beautiful picture of Leah hugging me and smiling. And oh my gosh, I'm starting to cry. This always gets me every single time. So there's this beautiful picture that I have of me hugging Leah and Peter's kissing me on the head. So obviously in this last picture with Leah giving the peace sign and Peter and everybody looking at the camera, I'm crying, obviously. But anyway, it was amazing. I know that they signed something for me. Oh, I see that little book. I might actually be able to find that little book. I thought it was a big book, so I'll see if I can find it. If I can, I'll post it here. But anyway, so that happened, and it was amazing, and I talked about it forever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. So anyway, I continue through my journey, telling this story to everybody I possibly can, because I couldn't believe that these two people who were famous and had all this stuff going on, you know, in the real world, and little old me from Calgary, they happened to remember me. Like, why would they remember me? But anyway, it was amazing. So I continued to work on myself for a few years, and 2019 comes around, the year that Sterling and I got married. One of his favorite bands, Metric, decides to do a tour. It's called the Art of Doubt Tour with July Talk. So of course, we have to go to this concert. We absolutely have to go to this concert. So we got our tickets and everything, and it was great. And they came on April 20th, and they had a meet and greet the same day at this absolutely adorable record shop on 17th Ave. It's called Sloth Records. It's so cute. It's upstairs, and it's just like this tiny little record store. It's adorable. The stairs sucked, but it's fine. People were really nice in helping me and everything. So I made my way up the stairs and got in line. And we were in line for about an hour, chatting with fans and what have you. It was a lot of fun. I took this picture of me because I had put July Talk on my fingernails, you know, so it was really good. We were waiting and had a lot of fun. And then in total July Talk fashion, they walked right up the entrance stairs. Everyone was totally caught off guard. It was awesome. Yeah, just like they were totally normal human beings, just walked right in the front door, up the entrance, and behind the counter. It was great. So anyway, everybody was kind of shocked, but whatever. So this time I was much more composed, obviously. I had come through my mom's death and worked on my grief, and lots of things had happened. I was about to marry the man of my dreams, and, you know, I was in a much better place. So I had my shit together, and it was the first time I really got to talk to the band as myself, not this, like, grief-stricken being that I was at the time. So it was really nice. I talked to Peter while Leah drew me a picture, of course. I'm going to show you guys right here that doodle she did, which I love. I've got it obviously on my wall. I'll never, ever, ever leave it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. It's right by my wedding certificate. They all signed that piece of paper, and I even told Ian, he had followed me on Instagram recently, so I told him about that, and I gave him my card. It was so nice to be able to talk to them as myself, like I said. But anyway, they were humble and sweet, as they always are. Always. And we got this awesome picture where I look much more confident. Sterling's in the picture. Beautiful Leah's here. We've got Peter, Ian, and I'm pretty sure that's Josh. Yeah, pretty sure that's Josh. But anyway, it's awesome. Got this beautiful picture at Sloth Records. So anyway, I continue to be an diehard fan of July Talk. They are like the nicest people ever, and they don't have to be. You meet people all the time that are your idols, and they always say never meet your heroes because you will always be disappointed. And for this instance, that is just not the case. They are the nicest people ever, and they changed my life, and they didn't have to. I became a different person the day my mom died. I lost my mind. And they treated me like I was someone. I felt like I had lost everything. Yet here was this band, these famous people that I didn't even know, telling me to be strong simply because I was worth it. I don't know, they didn't have to do that. And if you guys ever see this video, you completely changed my life. I was a different person after I had that conversation with you guys on the phone. And I don't know if I would have taken my grief the way that I did if it weren't for you. So Anyway, this is also just a thank you for doing that for me. Like I said, you'll probably never see this video. You probably, it's been so long now, you might not even remember me now. Like I said, I couldn't believe you remembered me the first time. So, but yeah, thank you so much for everything you did for me. And if you haven't heard them, give them a listen. They're amazing. Check them out. Peter has an awesome voice that you don't expect out of that kind of person. He looks like he would sound quite a bit different. Leah has the voice of an angel and the creativity of a goddess. It's just incredible. And the rest of the band members, I don't know them as well, obviously, but they seem just as beautiful and honest and lovely as the rest of the band. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you like this kind of story time, I did do my research. Obviously, it wouldn't have been so cohesive if I hadn't written down a bit of a script, but I did try to go off the heart as much as I possibly could. But yeah, if you like this story time kind of thing, I have lots and lots and lots of good, sad, horrible, lovely, exciting stories that I could tell. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Etsy and everywhere else at SepiaToneComa. Please join the Discord. We're just kind of chilling over there right now. I'm sorry I hadn't uploaded in a bit. Sterling and I were really not feeling well, but I'm going to get back in the game now this week. And again, thanks so much for watching. And remember that love is the answer. Bye, guys. Okay, I completely and totally forgot to tell you guys that I also got the best picture ever taken of Sterling and I at the Metric July Talk concert, and here it is. I love it so much. It's my favorite picture. I even love it more than the wedding pictures. I'm not even kidding. I feel like it encompasses our relationship almost exactly in one photograph.